Hey everyone, hold on a second. Happy birthday, yeah, just say that. How is everyone doing on this Sunday night? We just had some guests over, my sister, my brother-in-law. And guess what? We played some golf today on Staten Island. You know, my right and left hand coordination still sucks. And I don't know, man. Should I give up on golfing? No, I'm not. All right. I ain't giving up on golf yet. I ain't And friend of mine also, he came. He actually played better, uh, given the fact that he didn't play in last 3 months. You know, and I've been just playing fucking sciatica golf. Can feel half of my body, which is left body. You know, it's just creaking. Bones are falling apart. Some shit is not 100%. I guess when you hit the age of 50, that's what happened. But I'm not exerting too much pressure. I can't. I don't want to do that. What else is going on? Sunday, it was a nice day actually, although it was a lot of fucking wind, and you can see that all the fall colors are gone. I mean, it's like the tail end of fall colors in New York City. Staten Island is beautiful, because it has a lot of, what do you call, trees, and it's like a suburbs. It's not like the New York City typical borough, crowded and all that shit, right? It's a nice place. If I could, I would live there, but then the city fucking Texas. And yeah, so we ordered some food from this Mediterranean place, actually not very far from here. My wife, obviously, she couldn't come to the golf course. All right. And then a colleague of mine, he had his 60th birthday yesterday. She couldn't go, and I just didn't go either. In any case, so that's the housekeeping item. All right. What else is going on? I mean, what am I going to make a speech over here about something or no? Uh, the leaves. Okay, so that's what I was talking about, right? You could see and smell in the air that, oh man, this is like the fall. It was a typical fall day. All these trees are losing, their shell. That's what happens. Why? How come us humans don't have that? Why can't we just change our skin, right, every year? Something, right? Or change the entire hair or something. You know. Our skin, our hair, everything just stays the same, man. Years and years. Um, that's biology. What else? Are we the actual, advanced species on this planet? Yeah, we are, but then we also have a lot of fucking problems, all right? Our emotions, our you know, dealings with other humans and our shortcomings and our anger and our sadness and, you know, all that jazz that we are made up of. I was sitting on the toilet yesterday and I was just thinking, and I looked down and on the floor I saw one of those tiny, like one of those creatures, right? And I was trying to get into his brain, all right, to see what the fuck he's thinking, right? The tiny creature, whatever the insect was. And, at the same time, I was thinking about work and all the other things, right, in life. You know, typically, things that sometimes give you anxiety. And then I felt kind of jealous looking at that tiny insect. I'm like, listen, his problem is basically just finding food and maybe mating with his mate or her mate. He doesn't have to think emotionally or worry about fucking bills or mortgage or fucking sound coming out the fucking Sims factory, right? And I was just thinking, if there's a reincarnation, I want to be him. I don't want to come back as a fucking human here. It's too much work. Too much fucking work. Or just be a rock. No work at all. Just be a rock. Nobody bothers you. You don't bother anyone. Right? Sometimes grass grows on you. Sometimes those plants grow on you. Or it's too much sun. It doesn't bother you. And you're going to be here for millions of years. Oh, wait, no. Do you really want to be here for millions of years being a fucking rock? I'm pretty sure these rocks also get tired, right? Oh, we've been here for a billion of years, man. A billion years. Are you kidding me? Yeah, we were waiting for you fucking humans being to grow out of the monkeys. What's next? There's no next, alright? Especially for you rocks, there's no next. Another billion years, and who the fuck knows? Right? The planet is still here, then you're here. I'm gone. So, I don't believe in, or I shouldn't say, or should I say, I don't believe in reincarnation. I don't know. Who said that? Bob Lazar said that this whole thing is like an alien, you know, scheme. They want to harvest our souls. This is like a farm for souls. That planet, this planet. Isn't that what he said? Or am I actually butchering his words? So the souls. So what is a soul? I guess whatever living cells, right, as opposed to like a non-living cell. I think that force is the soul, right? Or am I wrong? Uh, well, if that's the case, then there's nothing I can do. There's nothing you can do. All right, our souls are being harvested from here to take to where? To the mill, or they're going to turn us into some sort of a like a you know wheat to flour or corn flour, So what are they trying to do with our souls? Huh? Think about it. Good souls, hey, present to the other aliens. Maybe there's another hierarchy of aliens who have these other lower aliens who are responsible for harvesting human souls. And once their job is done, they basically bake us into some boxes, souls, right? Soul boxes. And then basically they send us to the higher aliens. And what happens after? I don't fucking know. That's Bob Lazar's theory, all right? That's not my theory, but I'm just trying to make fun of it. So I don't know. I mean, I actually kind of believe in what Terence McKenna said because he went into that. Well, he was going into that psilocybin fucking realm, right? And he was talking to the entity, and this universe is weirder than you can suppose. Stranger than you can suppose. You can even suppose. I think that's what he said. If you think about it, the whole fucking reality. What? Okay, then you gotta buy him, princess. I don't know. I don't think he cares at this point, honestly, because after you're 40, like the birthdays really don't matter. Honestly. I'm telling you. I don't want to celebrate my birthday.
We did celebrate. The baby did. Sorry.
No. I was born on. I don't want to give up my birthday, but St. Patty's Day, so I guess the whole world celebrates that. I mean, Irish brethren and sisters celebrate my birthday. Right? St. Patty's. Um, yeah, we will celebrate my wife's birthday, of course. That's so. But getting back to the existential question, what is the existential question, sir? What is this whole thing? What? Well, you know what? At some point in time, you just have to let it be. You don't question what is this whole thing, all right? For now, you stick with what it is, which is you are an advanced monkey, all right, living in 21st century on this rock, and try to live. And this is I'm telling myself. I'm not telling anybody else. All right, try to live your life where you want to be, with some happiness. Don't stay up too fucking late. All right, that's not good. Do not. Uh, have some laughs with your friends. Otherwise, life is too fucking boring. Alright? I kind of got worked up with my dad as well. But he's cool. I think I told him to basically start writing a book or something. Memoir. Yeah, but your life has got to be interesting too. No, that's not true actually. You know what? Everybody's life is as interesting as anybody else's. All right. So if you want to say something, then you should write it about your life. All right. And don't beat yourself up too much, because sometimes this remember this not that you remember. Sometimes I feel like this is just too fucking too much for me. You know, don't be too negative because you got to live your life. All right. And with the degree of happiness and health and satisfaction, I don't know. We are people who are just not satisfied with life. We don't. I think we, who's are you and who? I mean, people like me. All right. We always look for that fucking perfection in everything, and then look back at our own fucking mistakes, and we are the most imperfect human beings on this planet, and that makes us depressed. You know. So just stick with what you want to do. I think next Sunday I'm going to do sign up. I'm going to not do it. Just sign up. Try to sign up for the open mic. All right. And I spoke to my brother. He's coming, I think, next weekend, and it's good. He is up in Vermont. No, sorry, Maine, Portland, Maine, and he's always like positive about life more than I think I am. And he's also kind of nonchalant, which is good because sometimes if you're nonchalant, it's actually better than like thinking about everything. Then you sort of like feel like you're responsible for basically everything when you're not. The only thing you're responsible for is yourself, your health, your well-being, your significant other, and your work and your family, your extended. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else. You're not the fucking in charge of making sure that this life still goes on. That's not my fucking problem. All right. And isn't that how the influencers and all those people, these young kids, they get influenced by some ideology on the internet, right? And they feel like, oh shit, they belong to that tribe, and they become tribal without using their fucking logical brain. All right, so I'm not responsible for the health of this planet or for the whatever health of this planet or beyond. You know, and then the other thing, you know how like when you go out of a city with a lot of light and you can see the fucking stars. And I mean, my wife, she knows where the Jupiter is and where the other planets are. You know, but then if you look farther up distance, right, on a clear sky, like if you are in a fucking desert of Nevada or one of those, right, that's where you can see all the fucking stars, right? You can even see the comets going left and right and all over the fucking place, right? What do you like? What do you think when you look up? All right. I just get depressed. You know. Oh look at these stars. Oh my God, look at that star. I mean, okay, so what is that going to do to this planet or me or our star system? Nothing. That but yes, that there are people like us, maybe a little different, in one of those fucking planets, in those star system, on that planet, but you can't talk. You can't meet them. Hey, oh, I'm sorry. And that they're telling us, you know how they have these fucking telescopes, right, set up? And somehow our astrophysicists, I have a lot of issues with astrophysicists and these astronomy people, all right? They're trying to find where we are in our galaxy, right? Which is what? Milky Way. Who gave our galaxy Milky Way? What was that name? I'm pretty sure there's a reason for that name, right? It looks like a Milky Way. Why not Honeyway? Huh? So, they tell us that, oh, this is, you see the cloud that actually revolves around the fucking black hole, right? Which is the biggest black hole inside a galaxy, right in the middle. And you can see swirling, like star systems and what the fuck, right? And they tell you where you are. Well, this is where the solar system is, right there, right? And I'm like, oh, really? What does that even mean? Is that supposed to make me feel better or worse? Am I next to some good neighbors or bad neighbors? Are we supposed to greet and meet and exchange gifts? I don't think so. So what's the point of somebody telling me, these astrophysicists with their maps and their gazillion calculations, oh, this is, we just found out where we are in the fucking galaxy. Okay, so who cares? What does that do anything or our planet? Nothing. So, okay. So, in essence, we are just alone, man. You know, we'll be alone for some time. No, no, no. We'll be alone forever. That's it. This is our planet. This is our home. Okay. Until and unless we figure out this way that there's some life after death, that's a different story, right? Otherwise, we are here. That's it. Nobody has visited us. We're not going to visit any other fucking planet with life. It's impossible, right? And there's a reason for that. The reason is that if we had this fucking other civilization within our reachable distance, we would be fucking killing each other. Or maybe that's what happened at fucking Mars. Just imagine, we can't even fathom what the fuck was on this planet. Well, I mean, we kind of know. But then before that, let's imagine that 600 million years ago, Mars was a fucking habitable planet, which I don't think so. Right? Mars was never. It cannot be a habitable planet. It does not have the iron ore or core to protect itself, its surface from the solar flares. It needs that magnetic, what do you call it, protection system. All right, that's it. That's my bleak, should I say, disappointing, like prognosis on future of this planet. But then again, why do I fucking care? I won't be here. You won't be here. All right. You know how these people are actually. Remember that movie with Jack Nicholson and Mars Attacks, or whatever the fuck that movie was, right? Where they are telling us, NASA is telling us that there's an alien ship is coming to our atmosphere, and they're coming. You know, they're coming down, landing. That's our fictional human mind, our mind that wishes. What would it be to actually like meet extraterrestrials? Yet that's not happening. All right. If that was happening, then there would be fucking wars. You know why? Because even if I mean, you know how some people say, "Oh, well, the aliens are here; they're among us." Oh, really? Where? Among us? What do you mean among us? As if like on the road, in the train? Where? What do you mean among us? Like invisible? Or you mean that they have actually taken the human form and shape? And how is that possible? What technology is that somebody basically takes like, is that like the possession of, remember the witch, whatever the fuck, that witchcraft? Is that, yeah, that may be witchcraft, but that's not fucking heavy. All right. And I don't even believe in fucking witchcraft. All right. Those those are all Hollywood, manufactured science fiction, for the sake of what? Movies and shows and entertain. All right, everyone. I think I overdid my podcast, 30 minutes, which is on a Sunday night. Uh, I'm doing well. Here's the thing, man. Without babbling and complaining. All right. Uh, okay. All right. I actually, you know what I did in the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I think, 2 weeks. I closed all those fucking gaps in that window in our bedroom, so at least this fucking sound from the Sims factory is gone. Now we can sleep in peace. My wife can sleep in peace in there. You know? And what else? You see, here in 1 minute, I'm thinking about like fucking our location, our coordinates in the galaxy, and then here I'm talking about the fucking noise from the scrap metal factory, which is what I should be worried about than fucking where we are in the fucking galaxy, right? So, all right. So I'll leave you all with that thought. So I think as you grow older, everything boils down to, hey man, just be worried about what's surrounding you and what's important. Yeah, unless you want to write something science fiction about like whatever our place in the universe, what we are, is the matrix or whatever the fuck it is, right? Alien scheme. Somehow, whoever did this, they have done this with a salt of perfection. All right, everyone, that's it. That's it. All right. And I'm not part of that scheme. All right. So I hope you all had a great weekend. And I will see you all next week. Have a great night.